Right, let's talk about meter. Why do we need meter? It's a strange thing, isn't it? Well, one thing is that sometimes music has a feeling of three beats, like a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And sometimes it's got a feeling of two beats, like a march. 1, 2, 1, 2. And sometimes it's 4, 4, like it's got four beats, like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And if all you see are quarter notes, you don't know which those are. So first beats of measures tend to get some stress. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That'd be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So stress would be here. But a march, 1, 2, 1, 2. The stress is here. So we need to know the meter. And then, so the top number in our meter just tells us how many beats are in the measure. No big deal, right? So if I put a 4 up there, there are 4 beats. If I put a 3 up there, there are 3. And that tells you where the accents are. 1, 2, 3, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2, or 7, or 9. It doesn't matter. You put any number you want, because I could do pieces that have an accent every 7. They're actually common nowadays. So that's the top number. That's easy. But that's not everything, because if you look at some music, it's written where a half note gets a beat. Bum, bum. Lots of marches are this way. Dum, 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 da dee da dum. Most music we see, quarter note gets a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I've seen music, lots of music, where an eighth note gets a beat, even a 16th. So we have to know what gets a beat. So that's what the bottom number is for. And the bottom number is simple. If I put a 4 down here, pretend there's a 1 above it, that says 1 quarter. Quarter note gets a beat. If I put a 2 down here, pretend there's a 1 of it, that's a half. Half note gets a beat. Oh, 8, as if there's a 1 up here. Eighth note gets a beat. So the bottom number just tells you what gets a beat. In this case, it's a half note. There's 2 beats, it's 2, 2 time. That's it. 2 beats, 2 beats. Now, that's simple. Let me just do a little more detail on this, and then I'm going to tell you where it gets a little complicated. So if I'm in 4, 4 time, that should be obvious, except that because that was such a common time, people started to save time and write a C, which means common time. So if you ever see a C for common time, it means 4, 4 time. Okay, that's fine. Then people say, well, what about marches? Marches, as we said, have a half note beat, 2 on the bottom, and they're 2 beats. Well, you can see that that's just half of that. So people slice it in half. Boom. Call it cut time. And cut time is 2, 2 time. And by the way, it's also called a la breve. So we're going to see that phrase, a la breve. But it's cut time, C with a line, it's 2, 2. C by itself, 4, 4. So that's just a notation thing, but it's good to see that, because you're going to find, if you do any instrumental music, you're going to run into this cut time a lot, the common time a little bit. And it can be confusing, particularly if you grew up in an environment that uses just the numbers. So it can be a little confusing. Now, something like 4, 4 and 3, 4, all these things with the 2 on the top or a 3 on the top or a 4 on the top, regardless of what's on the bottom, they're called simple meters, because 1, 2, 1, 2. If I divide it, it's 1 and 2 and 1. Divide it into 2 pieces. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3. And they just divide. It's got the beats, and you divide them by eighth notes. No problem. But then there's a set of meters that are called compound meters. And they're anything that the top is a multiple of 3, basically. So 6, say 6, 8. It could be 6, 4, so it could be any form of 6. Now, you would think that means 6 eighth notes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. And if I'm going slowly, that's how I count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, right? If it's slow, that's easy. But if it's fast, I don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I count this as if it's in 2, where the bottom note is a dotted quarter. I mean, it's hard to notate that. I don't know how to write 4 with a dot, but it looks like this. The rhythm is 1, 2. So this is a 2 feel. 1, 2, 1, 2. But it gets divided into groups of 3 instead of in groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's a lot of marches that are done, da, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not uncommon. We also see 9, 8, and even 12, 8. Now, this is the most common notation, but it can be 4. What if I make it 12, 4? So 6, 4. So now it's 6 quarter notes. But if it's marked presto, that could still be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in which case the beat is dotted half notes. I know it looks confusing, but think about it a little bit. See if you can make it be clear to you, and then call me if it isn't. Now, while I mention that, I want to make it really clear, meter has nothing to do with tempo. So for example, let's say I write a piece that's in 4, 1. 1 means a whole note gets a beat. So I write I just write that. If you sight sing well, you know this Mary had a little lamb. Then let's say I write the same thing in 4, 4 time. Let's make it 4, 8 time. 8th notes. Same notes. Now this looks faster than that, right? Ba 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 ba. 8th notes. Where else? Well, it looks like it's really slow. But remember, this gets a beat and this gets a beat. So if I mark this allegro, which means fast, and I have the beat being 1 1 1 1. That's 1 da dee da 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 da. Fast. If I mark this one slowly, like adagio, then still the 8th note gets a beat. So now the beat is ba 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 ba. So since the beat is the same, each piece gets a beat, it's the tempo that determines how fast things go. Tempo means speed in Italian. It's not the notation. So don't think because there's black ink up here. Let's make this 16th. 4 16th. Now you got a lot of black there. You know, and look at those double bars. It looks like it's got to be so fast. But that's marked adagio. That's going to be much slower than this one, which has no black ink at all. So don't be confused to think that if you see lots of bars, it definitely means fast. It sometimes does. It often does. But remember, meter does not determine tempo. It just tells you where the beat is. Does that make sense? I hope so. Tell me if it's not, and I will try to make it clearer. Bye-bye for now.